you have to download from Podcast One, the big podcast with Shaq, which always has the finest guests. Back on the Rich Eisen Show, Shaquille O'Neal. How are you, Shaq?
I'm mad. My Cowboys ain't doing too well.
No, let me ask you about that, because you FaceTimed me the last time, hit me on my phone saying I'm not talking about the Cowboys enough. Are you fine with me not talking about the Cowboys now?
Well, no comment.
That sounded like Greg Hardy. Next question.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think? We might as well hit you on that. What do you think? They have a shot at trying to even win this one against Philadelphia this weekend, Shaquille?
Well, I got a bet against John Kincaid, so I know they'll definitely win this one against Philadelphia. But I don't know if they still have a shot to make the playoffs or not. Do they? Do they still have a shot?
Well, yeah. I mean, all they have to do is just try and win one of the next two without Tony, and then he comes back. No one's running away with this league. No one's running away with this division right now.
All right, you know what? I guarantee we'll win one of the next two without Tony.
Okay.
And I'm guaranteeing we'll make the playoffs.
Okay. I will write that down right now. Shaquille O'Neal.
If we don't make the playoffs, I'll come with a Dallas Cowgirl suit on your show with some pom-poms for 10 seconds.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Okay. So now you're gonna actually follow through on that bet if it doesn't hit.
I will come. I'll walk out for 10 seconds. Let everybody take pictures, make fun, then I got to leave. 10 seconds, that's all you get. Not 11 seconds, not 12, you get 10 seconds.
Okay.
I have on the skirt,
This is amazing.
pom-pom, and a blonde ponytail wig.
So that's if, again, the Dallas Cowboys, they don't make the playoffs at all in this season. Okay.
Now, what are you going to do if they make the playoffs?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
Same bet.
But I think they're making the playoffs.
Oh, I do.
I think they're
you do? Okay.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, of course I do. I absolutely do think that they're making the playoffs. I really do. I think that Romo is going to come back and they're not going to lose a game when he comes back. That's what I believe, and no one's running away with it. But what will I do, though? I'll do it with you, Shaq. How about that?
Deal.
I'll do it with you.
Yes.
Me and
It's going to
you.
be amazing.
This is amazing.
I don't think America really wants to see that, but that's okay.
They
America
will.
likes seeing the Cowboys lose.
Uh-oh. Well, look at that. I've got... What? You there, Shaq?
I don't know about you, but they'll probably like my big butt. We like big butts, and I cannot lie.
Four-time NBA champ Shaquille O'Neal here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, we had your compadre, Kenny the Jet Smith, on last week, thinking that Steve Kerr being out might cost the Warriors not one but two slots eventually in the playoff seeding, and it looks like they're running away with things right now. What's your assessment of what you're seeing from the Warriors so far, Shaq?
The coach of the year. I think these guys are on a mission. They like winning. You know, they like playing together. You know, they like the noise of the crowd, especially when they're at home. And a lot of people underestimated their championship, so they really are playing much more looser, and they feel they have something to prove. And anybody that thinks Steph Curry is not the MVP last year and the front runner this year, they must be smoking something. This kid is unbelievable.
He's on a Jordan-like run to start the season, in terms of scoring in his first 5 games. We haven't seen that since Jordan, Shaq.
Yeah, he's like an Allen Iverson that can shoot. What I mean by that, I've never seen a little guy dominate so easily. The last little guy I've seen was Allen Iverson. But Allen Iverson did most of his damage mid-range and, going to the paint and, getting the air one. But, Steph Curry is inside, outside, juke moves, shots that, other players will probably get benched for taking. This kid takes these shots and makes them.
Yeah, and then
last night when he was playing the Clippers, he came off the pick and roll. I was like, ain't no way he's going to shoot it. Then he shot. I was like, ain't no way he's going to make it. And it was all net.
Yeah, he's dispensing the ball too with behind the back passes, and he's just truly incredible. Then which is the second best team in the Western Conference?
I'm gonna probably have to go with OKC for now. Clippers played them tough, but Clippers haven't really gotten to that next level yet. So there's a lot of teams that do well in the regular season, but as you know, Rich, you can't win a championship in the regular season. So it's gonna be OKC, then San Antonio, and then when Clippers make it to that next level, then they could claim that status of being an elite team.
Well, what do you think of Kobe's struggles so far this season, Shaq?
It happens. It happens to the best of us. It happened to me. The problem with our superstars is we think it will never happen. And then one day you wake up and it just happens. The good thing for me is when I was playing toward my last couple of years, I had a lesser role, so I didn't have the ball as much, or I really didn't show as much. But Kobe still has the ball a lot, and he's not getting under a shot. But Father Time catches up with us all, and he's amongst an elite group of players that will only be stopped by Father Time and Father Time only. Nobody's beat him. Nobody's dominated him. So, it happens.
So what do you think's going through his temples right now, Shaq? Because Byron Scott basically sent him home for a day, say, go hang with your kids, get away from basketball, and we're only 10 days into the season.
Well, I don't know about him, but, for me, like, I went from averaging 30 to averaging 8. And I was like, is this how it's going to end for me? So, I start feeling like I was letting the people down. Like, this ain't the Shaq that everybody's used to seeing. So I don't really know how he's feeling, but I start really feeling down. And that's when I said, it's time for me to go. And that's why when I ruptured my Achilles, I didn't try to do a dramatic comeback from my last year and do a Shaq farewell tour. I was like, you know what? 30 points to 8 points, ruptured Achilles, it's time for me to go. And that's why I retired.
Yeah. I mean, it's to I guess, combine the NFL and the NBA in a way that we've had in this discussion so far. I'm on the phone with Shaq, by the way, in case you didn't already hear. We were going through that with Peyton Manning for the first 6 weeks of the season, saying, all right, this is it. He's clearly digressed, and this is not the same Peyton Manning that we've seen. But then he comes back from the bye week, and he starts winging it all over the lot, and maybe he does have one last run in him. Do you think that's possible for Kobe this year?
He probably just need one or two good games, or like strength games where he's feeling like his old self again. But like the other day when he shot 2 air balls, I don't think I've ever seen that out of him. So you just have to blame it on Father Time, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. Like for me when I was getting older, I looked in the mirror one day and said, Father Time was the only guy that could play me one-on-one and slow me down. Nobody else did it. And, it happens to the best of them. It happened to Barkley, it happened to Mike, happened to Ewan, happened to Dominique. It's called life.
It's called life.
Father Time is undefeated. Except with you, because you're still sexy.
Thank you very much. You know what?
I don't know how you do it, buddy.
Well, it's diet. As you know, I've got a better half that keeps me going. You know what I mean, Shaq?
You look awesome, bro.
I appreciate that. What about LeBron ripping off the sleeve last night? A lot of people are saying that was a shot at the NBA, or he's just pissed off. What do you make of that, Shaquille?
A lot of people when they shoot, they don't like nothing on their arms. So I guess, I guess he felt it was throwing off a shot. And, he had a lesser defender on him, and he missed a shot. But it ain't no way the guy played good defense. Must have been the shirt. So he just ripped it up a little bit, had the wings flapping, and had a couple lobs and made a couple plays.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like those jerseys anyway. I like the old school jerseys like they've been. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, sure. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't like the,
Well, Ewing used to put on the T-shirt. Didn't you?
Yeah, he did.
Did you put on a T-shirt in college, Shaq?
I did because I had bad shoulders. And it was one of those. It was one of those shirts that was supposed to keep you warm, but it never worked.
All right. Before I let you go, Shaq, where are you watching the Alabama game against LSU this weekend? You locked in on that?
This Saturday, I'll be at home in Orlando because I have an HSN show.
Okay.
On Sunday, so
Fantastic.
I'll be at home. I actually got invited to the game, but that would have been too much of a trip because I just got back from China with my good friend Yao Ming. So.
No kidding. What were you doing over there? What were you doing over there?
Well, they released a video game over there in China, and I was the face of the video game. And Yao had his season opener, so he invited me over there. He's the owner of the Shanghai Sharks, so I went over there and watched his game.
Okay. Have you spoken?
Hung out with him.
Have you ever met Fournette or spoken to him, Shaq?
Fournette, no. Who's that?
He's your running back. He's your Heisman Trophy.
LSU, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
So, I mean...
I really didn't speak to him. I seen him on campus. Just told him I love this game. Good luck. If you need anything, call me.
He is.
But, this kid right now is playing at another level. And I'm not saying this because I went to LSU and I bleed LSU and I love LSU, but he's the Heisman winner so far for me. He's the front runner for Heisman.
I agree. I mean, the way he is running, and Adrian Peterson says that he could have gone to the pros from the next level from what Fournette's doing right now. Not many people can actually say that. He might be able to say something like that. When you think about that.
And how's your friend with the hair gel?
Well, my friend, Law, do you want to say how you are doing?
What's up, Shaq? How's it going, pal?
What's your name, buddy? Because I don't want to keep calling you man with hair gel.
You can go Law, just Law. Last name is Law, L-A-W.
Yeah.
L-A-W. All right, Law. I like that.
He's the Ben Affleck of radio, as you call
him. I'm going to call him the Ben Affleck of radio.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's you?
That's him.
So who's on your podcast this week before I let you go? Your guests are awesome, man.
I think we got Mike Ditka, and I'm not sure about the other.
You got Ditka?
Yes.
Because, he's wearing, like, Packers shirts for McDonald's.
Yeah, I know. And you know that's going to be my first question.
It's like, yeah. What jersey would you least want to ever put on for commercials?
Would I least want to ever put on?
Yeah. That it would just say, I can't do it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Georgetown. They didn't recruit me in college.
I love it. You would not put on a Georgetown jersey.
I would never wear Georgetown 33 because they didn't recruit me, and then they gave my number to Alonzo Mourning.
And that's that. So forget it. Never again.
Yeah,
I love it.
Can't do it.
Shaq, you're the best.
And Duke.
Yeah, well,
I never wear Duke.
You and me too. I can't do that. Yeah. Well, look, thanks for calling in, Shaquille. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. No problem. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, I hope to chat soon.
All right, brother.
Shaquille O'Neal.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.